Was your most impactful patient? He was a sweet resident at a memory care facility. He was quiet, not very talkative. He didn't seem to want much, but he did need a lot of care. Because he was so labor intensive, no one wanted to care for him and often ignored him. I was new to the facility. I spotted this resident and decided to look after him myself. I actually got the resident cleaned up and sorted out and returned him to the TV room when one of the caregivers started yelling at me for providing care. I later learned that the other caregivers had teamed up to pretend that the resident was difficult and should be sent away because they hated having to deal with his family. I told them off and continued doing my job. Pretty soon, I was almost the only person doing any kind of work. Everyone else was on their phones. Irritated, I was about to take my lunch and then I passed by the dining room. This resident had been shoved into the dining room and left there, in the dark. He was so tired, he was almost falling out of his wheelchair. I immediately went into the locked, dark dining room and brought him out. And he needed to be cleaned up and put to bed. I found his nurse and caregiver and told them he needed care. They blew me off and told me to just leave him and let the next